Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Alexander Capiello Show. Starring me, Alexander Capiello. Uh, just wanted to check in. It's been a few weeks since I've been on, a couple weeks. The holidays are hectic. A lot of things going on here behind the scenes. Plus, going and celebrating with family and friends. What I want to say is we will be back live with the Todd Father on January 6th, Thursday, January 6th. We're going to be doing an hour-long show with the upcoming playoffs. Hopefully for the Eagles, we'll be involved then. And, during this time off, we've been preparing, getting the room situated at the office so we can try to provide a proper show for everyone out there who wants to watch and listen. I just want to real quick. This is going to be short. It's not going to be a long video. Just again, like I said, I want to check in. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy holidays, and have a safe New Year's Eve tomorrow and New Year's Day. Have fun, but be safe. Let's go rehash on the last couple of weeks. What's been going on? Sixers up and down. Right now, though, they play Brooklyn tonight, coming off a win. And you got to beat Brooklyn. You got to beat Brooklyn tonight. It's a road game. You can't be, going up and down and beating the slop teams, and then not doing well against teams that are, like, in the top three. You got to try to, win tonight. Because you don't know how long Embiid's going to stay healthy, and he's been carrying you lately. So you have to win tonight, or at least if you lose respectively. And play well as a team. Flyers. Last time we spoke, the Flyers were 8-12-1. They are now 13-12-1. And what's great about it is you're seeing contributions from everyone. It looks like they are up on their skates a little bit. Their defense is still a little shaky, but better. Goaltending a lot better. And hopefully we have good things to look forward to in 2022 with both the Flyers and the Sixers. We have a big Eagles game coming up on Sunday at Washington. Right now, the current line is Washington plus 4.5. Put all your savings on the Washington Redskins to cover. They may not win, but they will cover. I think the Washington Redskins, as much as this kills me to say, is going to win the game outright. That's a tough place to go down. Washington has been battered the last couple of weeks with COVID, injuries and things of that nature. So, personally, if you're a betting man, you put your money on the Washington Redskins this week. They are almost 100%. And I believe that it's going to be a very tough game to go down there and win. And then it all comes down to the Eagles in Dallas next week. And depending on whether Dallas has seeds locked up, Dallas beats Arizona this week, then they still have something to play for. If they lose to Arizona, it looks like they'll be locked in at that fourth seed in the NFC. So let's hope that Dallas loses this week, which I think Dallas is going to lose. They're going to have a problem with Arizona. Arizona's lost 3 in a row. I think they're a hungry team coming in. The line in that game's 5.5 favorite Dallas. I think Arizona definitely covers and wins the game outright. 30-27 for Arizona. I think the Eagles lose 23-10. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to a bunch of the games this weekend. Lock of the week, Bengals cover the 5.5 against the Kansas City Chiefs, possibly win the game outright. So keep that in mind. I also want to talk about a quick, debate that I'm having with a friend of mine who will be having on the show sometime after the new year. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert. Who is the better quarterback? I think that the better quarterback is Joe Burrow. I think the better overall athletic talent is Justin Herbert. Now, Joe Burrow to me is a winner. He won at LSU. He won a national championship. Look at it. Look up his stats. Completed 70% of his passes, 60 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Threw for almost 5,600 yards. So, for me, Joe Burrow right now is playing extremely well. His team's 9-6. The Bengals, they lead the division. They're going to win that division. And, so that's where I'm leaning towards right now as far as is the two players in that aspect. Justin Herbert, more talented, tall, stronger arm. Just seems like something always goes wrong with Justin Herbert. He's always up and down the field. Joe Burrow's done a lot of things wrong too. Don't get me wrong; they both have similar stats, same amount of interceptions. But a lot of people like Herbert because he's tall. He's 6'4", 6'5". He has a touch like Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people compare him to Aaron Rodgers, a taller version. I compare him a little bit like a Dan Marino type, except this guy, Herbert's more mobile. Joe Burrow is to me, like a Joe Montana type, but with more athletic skill than Joe Montana, but not as much as Justin Herbert. I think time will tell. Herbert's in a tough division with Pat Mahomes. It's going to be rough for him. They're going to be like the Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in that division, for many years to come. And if Aaron Rodgers decides to leave Green Bay and go to Denver, which that's one of the destinations as well as Pittsburgh, then if he decides to go to Denver, then that's going to be a problem as well. It's going to be jumbled up. But obviously Rodgers probably only has about 3 to 5 years left. But then again, everyone said that about Tom Brady 7 years ago when he was 37 and he's still playing. He's 44. So we'll see. How that pans out. But for me right now, Cincinnati's going to win that division. Joe Burrow's had a great second year, coming off an injury. Let's just remember that, coming off a major injury to his knee. So a lot of people forget that. So I think he's where he should be. I think Justin Herbert. Now, granted, I love Justin Herbert. Don't get me wrong. He's very talented. He is a stud, and he's going to be a stud. Now, whether or not he stays in that division for a long period of time, like I said, or decides to leave and maybe go to the NFC, and maybe have a team who's going to put some defensive players, on that side of the ball for him, because Los Angeles Chargers, their defensive line and secondary stinks. They got demolished by Houston last week, 41-21. And actually, it was 41-29. The late touchdown doesn't really matter when you play prevent day. But unfortunately, the Chargers are going to have a problem making the playoffs. They got to win the next 2 games, get to 10-7. I think they've underachieved this year. I had them going to 12-5, maybe 13-4. That's how much faith I had in Herbert. I liked them. I still like them a lot. Just seems like, with the defense being as bad as they are, and a lot of games where, he puts up yards, goes up and down the field, puts up a lot of stats, but doesn't seem to put up the points. And, again, a lot of things factor into that. Penalties. Inside the 20, the Chargers are the most penalized team in the league. Granted, they're 6th overall in offense in the league, but inside the 20, they have problems scoring. And, some of that obviously is coaching, play calling, and other stuff is, making, decisions, as a quarterback, second-year quarterback that are not the right decisions. Like, when you were at like 3rd and 4 from the 5 against Kansas City 2 Thursdays ago, and you throw a laser beam to your tight end Cook, who, and it's a little bit high. So you have to be able to just float that ball in there when you're in tight quarters. Actually, he wasn't in tight quarters, but when he's so close to the receiver, you can't be firing missiles in there, at that particular time. So, but he's young, he's learning. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I just think Joe Burrow is a winner, and it just has that winning look to him. Whereas Herbert has the more of a winning look, but something might always go wrong, or something will be missing, or he's just unlucky and going to be in that division for a very long time. So we'll see what happens this weekend in the slate of games. Again, I can't wait to get back starting January 6th with the Todd Father and have a bunch of my guests on. And I'll let you know in the near future who and when they will be on. Also, we got spring training coming up for the Philadelphia Phillies in another month and a half. And I can't wait. Look, it's about time that this team, with all the money that they're shelling out to the guys like Realmuto and Harper, you know, you got to be able to produce. You got to come through. I mean, there's so many things I'm going to talk about with the Phillies. That's down the line, but like, I'm a big Rhys Hoskins fan, but you might have to move him. You might have to move him and get some, minor league talent, some prospects, and get some ready-made guys. You can get a couple players in a prospect, I think, for Hoskins. He's a 35 homer, 90 to 100 RBI guy. He'll walk 100 times, 80 to 100 times. You got to do something. You need pitching. You need a closer. Ian Kennedy is what he is, but you need a guy who's throwing 100. Yeah, that's what they throw today. They throw 100, 110, So, I mean, no, I'm not far-fetched when I say 110. It's good. Some of these guys, they throw 103, 105, So, in technology and all these different supplements out there, don't be surprised in another 3 to 5 years you see a guy throwing 110, 112, closing out games, But that's what the Phillies need. Phillies need a top-notch pitcher, a number 1, 2. You could say Wheeler's a number 1. Nola, number 3. Or 4 in my eyes. Not a big fan of Nola. But you definitely need a closer. You definitely need, you need more timely hitting as far as, out in the field. You need more timely hitting. But most of all, you need pitching, middle relief, and bullpen help. You need that big time, and just hopefully, get better defensively. A lot of people like Gene Segura. I'm not a huge fan. Batting average always looks pretty good, but for some reason, he just doesn't come up big when you need him. And there's a reason why he, like Tobias Harris, has been with 5 different teams. There's a reason for that. I mean, if he was really that good, why doesn't one team stick with him, or, maybe 2 teams? Why is he with 5? So, not a big Segura fan. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully Dave Dombrowski can, muster up some moves. And hopefully they can draft well. And they can replenish their minor league system by maybe getting rid of like a Rhys Hoskins and picking up, a couple people. But so again, I just wanted to check in. I hope you guys again have a safe New Year's Eve. Be safe out there and go Eagles this week. Take care. Love you guys. Peace out.